Back by popular demand is Eric's Really Clean Kitchen. Ha ha ha. Hello world, it's Eric here. You might know me from my free food, eat like a king, grocery haul videos. And everybody is always asking, hey, Eric, the free food is really great, but what do we do with it? Show us how to cook it. So I'm really happy that you trust me to show you how to cook. So I'll try my best, just like always. And I'm back with another episode of Simple Easy Cooking, free food cooking show. How to cook and eat like a king. I'll be your host, Master Chef today, Eric, whatever that means. And let's get started. Oh, one quick thing. Hey, what are you all dressed up for? I applied for 2 jobs recently, so I was trying to follow up and show them that I'm interested. I tried calling last week and nobody replied, so I decided I would go in person, in real life, and say hello and try to make a good first impression. So I wanted to make sure that I was feeling good and looking good so I could make a good first impression and get a good job. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to the cooking. One of the most simplest and most mysterious ingredients of the free grocery store haul is rice. So today we're going to be looking at how to cook Gulf Pacific enriched long grain rice. First, let's look at the ingredients. So we're going to be using the stovetop directions today. Combine 1 cup rice, 2 cups water in a 3-quart saucepan. Bring contents to a boil. Reduce heat, cover, and let simmer for 15 to 20 minutes or until water is absorbed. 15 to 20 minutes or until water is absorbed? That sounds to me like it might not even take that long. And remove from heat and let stand for 5 minutes covered before serving. And don't forget this note at the bottom. To retain vitamins, do not rinse before or after cooking. So I want to be healthy, so I probably need those extra vitamins, so I'm not going to rinse the rice this time. So I'm not really sure what size my saucepan is, but I think it's big enough, and a little bit of rice goes a long way, and I'm just cooking for me tonight, so as usual. So I'm just going to cook half the amount, and maybe that'll speed things up too. I don't know, we'll see. So let's get it started. Okay, I think that's about half a cup into the pan. Oh. with twice as much water into the pan. Stir it around. And we'll put it on the stove. Turn it up to 9. Because I want to get it boiling in no time. Ha ha ha. So another reason that you don't have to rinse the white rice is because the white rice has already been cleaned. They take the brown rice and they clean it and it turns into white rice. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. So let me know down below if you like to rinse your rice or not. Or if I'm doing it all wrong, and you can teach me a thing or two about cooking rice. I don't know. We'll see. So, trying to get my rice boiling here. And I should probably get some sort of tool to stir it with. Uh-oh, danger, danger. Hot pan. I like to stir the rice because I don't want it to get stuck to the bottom of the pan. So in my experience, from what it seems to me like cooking rice is a lot like cooking pasta or cooking oatmeal, because you got to take it and mix it with the hot boiling water and it absorbs and it gets soft and it puffs up, and it's rice. So let's check on the stove. It sounds hot. It looks hot, especially with that red light. So, you know what they say, if you watch your water, it'll never boil. So, another quick thing about the job update is I went in, I introduced myself. I think I made a good first impression, and they said that they would call me back next week to schedule an interview. So, I think that's good news. Keep my fingers crossed. I'll think happy thoughts, stay positive, and in the meantime, I'm still trying to do my grocery shopping job with Instacart.com, being a professional shopper. That's how I'm making money to pay my bills, and I'm still going to the free grocery store. Oh, hey, I think it's boiling. Alright, so my pot is boiling. So I'm going to take the heat and turn it down to 1. I'm going to stir my pot and cover it. Okay, now you don't want to walk away from your rice, especially when it's really hot like this, because it'll start bubbling up. And it doesn't take long for it to boil over. If you walk away for more than a minute, it's going to boil over. And you don't really have to worry about it sticking to the bottom of the pan. Look at that. It's trying to boil over on me. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Oh, thank the Lord. God bless. God bless everyone. Okay, so I'm going to stir it and cover it back up. I really don't want it to boil over. All those little bubbles, they pop. It makes a big mess on your stove. It'll burn. It'll stink. We don't want that. So I forgot to start my timer for 15 to 20 minutes, but it also said that you can wait until your water is absorbed. So I'll just keep checking on it until the water is absorbed, and I'll get a little stir every once in a while to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of my pan. I think it's really starting to simmer down now. Oh yeah, I think it's really starting to simmer down now because it's a lot quieter. It doesn't sound as hot. I was seeing a lot less bubbles, and I think a lot of the water is getting absorbed. You want to keep it covered so that the water gets absorbed and it doesn't evaporate into the air. So let's check on the rice again. Oh yeah, that is not going to boil over. So let's go to a couple more fun facts about rice. So serving size is a quarter cup, and the ingredients are long grain white rice, and the added nutrients are thiamine mononitrate, niacin, iron, ferric, orthophosphate, and folic acid, folate. It has 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, 36 grams of carbs per serving, 1 gram of fiber, 3 grams of protein. So it's got a lot of carbs and a little bit of protein and some added vitamins and minerals. It's pretty easy to cook. If you can cook macaroni and cheese, if you can cook spaghetti, if you can cook oatmeal, you can cook rice. A couple more things I wanted to note on the package here. You can cook it in the microwave. It's the same recipe, 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, a 1-to-2 ratio. I don't know if it really matters what size dish you have. You cook it covered on high until it's boiling, probably for 5 minutes. And then you reduce it to 50% power. Microwave for 15 to 20 minutes. Let it stand for 5 minutes before serving. And then a rice cooker. Use the same ratio as stovetop instructions. So it's really easy, whichever way you do it. I have never had a rice cooker before. I don't even know how to use one. That looks like the easiest way. It has the shortest directions. So let's check on our rice. It was trying to boil over again. So the water is getting pretty well absorbed in there, and it's not sticking to the pan yet. So anyways, I hope that this shows you how simple and easy it can be to cook rice. For the next episode, I was thinking about trying brown rice instead of white rice. They say that it takes longer to cook. Oh no, it might be a super long video cooking some brown rice. And then after you get your rice cooked, there's a million things you can do with it. So You can make it a dinner, you can make it dessert, you can make it sweet, you can make it spicy, you can make it meaty, you can make it vegetarian. So there are lots of options, lots of options. You got to make sure that you cook it until the water is absorbed, and I like to watch it and check on it frequently to make sure that you're stirring it so that it doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pan, because when all the water gets absorbed, that's when it's going to get really sticky. Yeah, so I'm just stirring it up a little bit, and there's still a little bit of water in there. If you can see. Yeah, so I don't know if you ever heard this about spaghetti, but they say you throw it at the wall and see if it sticks, and that's when it's done. So I guess when your rice starts to stick, that's how you know that it's done. You could always... The water wasn't all absorbed yet, but you could always take a little test. Yeah. It's a little crunchy still. You know how, like, when pasta isn't cooked all the way through, it's still a little crunchy in the middle. Or maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't think it's done yet. Okay, so I think that it's mostly done. And Eric, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with all that rice, Eric? So, here's a little bonus. When I'm cooking for dinner tonight, I only cooked enough rice for tonight because I didn't want to have a lot of extra rice. I'd like to cook it fresh every time. But if you cook up a big pot of rice and you have extra, you can put it in your fridge, and it'll be good for a few days. I'm not really sure how long. I don't really like to keep leftovers too long. I try to eat them the next day or like one day after. So anyways, here's what I prepared with my rice in the crock pot. I got some beef. Got some grass-fed beef with some organic apple cider vinegar and some organic extra virgin olive oil. So a little bit of that stuff goes a long ways. The meat also cooks down, so there's a lot of broth with it. So I'm just going to add my rice right into the pot there, and it'll absorb some of that liquid in there. and absorb the flavor. It'll make it some really tasty rice, and it'll make a really big meal out of this meat and this rice. So it's a good thing to add to meat or vegetables. Or so yeah, I'm just gonna throw that rice in there real quick. See, it was starting to stick to the bottom of the pan a little bit. Gonna try to get all of it out of there. This beef smells really good. You can use beef or chicken or pork or fish. You don't have to use meat. You can use vegetables. You can use fresh vegetables, canned vegetables, frozen vegetables. I don't know if you can hear me over all that banging on the pot. Alright, and then I'll just stir it up in there. Alright, so that's all for today. Eric's Simple Easy Cooking. I hope you like this video. Let me know down below what you think and what I can do better. Let me know if I can cook rice better. You know, maybe next time I'll show you how to cook some sweet dessert rice with milk and sugar and honey. Who knows? And raisins and fruits and... oh, there's so many options. Okay, so maybe next time we'll make a vegetarian dish. Rice and vegetables. You can use canned vegetables, frozen vegetables, fresh vegetables. So many options. Okay, so that's all for now. Love you. God bless you. Have a great day. And I hope I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Goodbye.